5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, you done me, and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks.
So the Crockettes are normally dancing out of the Central Lions Senior Center, which is down by Kingsway. And of course, with all of our changes to everybody's schedules the last little while, the Senior Center has been shut down. And so because Marianne very graciously said that I could come into the studio and Zoom my class from here, we've been doing that for the Crockettes. And I have a couple of classes that I teach there. There's also an intermediate advanced class that's been joining us, and we're all dancing together on these Wednesday mornings here from Dance Fusion. So it's allowed these tappers to keep dancing and to stay active and to stay fit. And it's good for me too, because I get to hang out with them every week as well. Okay, let's do the BS chorus. Here we go. And a 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, you done me, and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your...
So this is our new piece that we're working on. It's called Dreams, and it's to Hall & Oates. You Make My Dreams Come True. So it's pretty short because we've just started it, but this is the first little piece of our new routine. Here we go. Six, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Shuffle, routine, flap, routine, shuffle, routine, flap, routine. Shuffle, routine, group 1, group 2. Heel, flap, heel, flap, 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 flap. Heel, back, flap, flap, shuffle, routine, out. Good. Okay, this is Sway.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When you dance you have to be with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with
Okay, let's do the shim sham. Here we go. A 5, a 6, a 5, 6, 7.
I wanna learn shim sham.
Why you wanna?
I wanna learn shim sham.
Why you wanna?
I wanna learn shim sham.
Why you wanna?
So I can shim sham with you. I gotta learn shim sham.
Come on over.
I gotta learn shim sham.
Come on over.
I gotta learn shim sham.
Come on over. You're going to Shim Sham School. You're gonna take that step, low to the hip, and dancing the world around. Wherever swing cats meet, soon as they meet, they get in line and they go to town.
I gotta learn shim sham.
Now you got it.
I gotta learn shim sham.
Now you got it.
I gotta learn shim sham.
Now you got it. And you're a Shim Shammer too.
Let's bring it home.
Now you got it.
I'm gonna learn shim sham.
Now you got it. And you're a Shim Shamming fool.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We sure can, yeah.
Awesome. I'm used to being the one running the production, but now that we've got Dance Fusion Television Studios with our artistic director Marianne Kuebler and host Jeff Gatti, world-renowned tap phenom Jeff Gatti. No?
I'm renowned maybe in this class.
So humble. I like it. How was class?
It's been good, yeah, I think so. We staying warm today. It's a cold one outside.
Fantastic. So what transpired today?
Well, we've been doing a mix of just some exercises and working on our tap technique. And then also we have quite a few routines and combinations that we've been working on. Over the years with the Crockettes, we've done a lot of pieces with me, and before that they did even more with Marianne, and even before that with Miss Hayes, right? So we have sort of a little repertoire that we try and cycle through to keep a bunch of the routines, you know, in our brains mostly, because it's easy to let them slip away if you don't do them often. So yeah, we did a few routines. We did a famous old routine called the Shim Sham, which is a famous old tap routine. And we did another one called the BS Chorus. And then we have a couple of pieces of choreography that we've been working on. One is to the song Sway, that kind of Latin-y vibe. And we've started a new piece to Oates and Hall & Oates, You Make My Dreams Come True. So that's the one we've been working on most recently. Yeah.
So then these are sophisticated. I've watched what you do. This is not unsophisticated. This is sophisticated dance activity. So how have you found the studio? I know that you've been instrumental in constructing a Zoom online TV studio there, so it works for tap. And then how has it been translating to the Crockettes?
Yeah, there's definitely some challenges to doing dance, and especially tap dance in the Zoom environment, because Zoom is really good at cutting out background noise, but it considers our tap sounds and sometimes the music to be the background noise. So we've kind of come up with a system using some extra equipment that allows us to kind of get better quality out of it. We have some nice cameras here at the studio. Marianne has done a really nice job of setting up each studio So for the teachers, it's a lot more enjoyable for us to experience the kids. And I think from the dancers' point of view too, it's a better experience too, because they get the full experience rather than, you know, sounds being muted out, because that's no good. So yeah, it's been a work in progress, but I think we've kind of got to a place where it works really well now. Yeah.
Now, of course, there's you're held in high esteem and high regard by the Crockettes, but I'm sure they tease you a lot. So how has the teasing worked on Zoom?
Well, fortunately, I have the master mute button. So you know, if I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, I can just say, "Oh, sorry, I can't hear you." So no, actually, it's great. It's really fun, and that's the part that I miss well, obviously, getting to see people face to face is what I miss the most. But one of the parts that is tough with Zoom is that you don't get to hear, like as a tap teacher, I don't get to hear everybody's taps all the time. So mostly it's just listening to my own voice in an empty room, which is, you know, you get used to it, but it's definitely took some adjustment, yeah, because it's weird.
Okay, so are we going to get any introductions with some of the Crockettes here? Is anyone going to come forward and share their story?
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm going to mute myself, and anybody that wants to say hello and say a little something about themselves, go right on ahead.
Who's coming forward here? We've got a big smile. Well, maybe Marianne. I know that, Bonnie's ready to go. How you doing, Bonnie?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I would just like to say, in these troubling times, tap is such a joy, because tap is happy, right? Have you ever seen anybody tap that's not happy?
No.
So I thank Jeff for doing this, and I love it.
Fantastic. And I just wanted to ask about, as you set up your own dance tap environment at home with your computer or your cell phone, however you're doing it. How are you finding it? Is it are you relaxed? Are you're enjoying? You're gaining knowledge. You're able to increase your performance.
Well, I'm loving it, because my husband made me my own little she shack downstairs. I've got the hardwood floor, the soundproof room, the computer. Nobody can hear me or see me, so I'm happy.
Fantastic. That's great news. That's great news. Thank you, Bonnie. And Maureen.
So I'm just working from my kitchen here, but they're great friends, great tap, great exercise, great brain work. Mm-hmm. And we're so lucky to have Jeff to be able to do this for us.
So then are you doing the quiet background chat through your cell phones while you dance, so that Jeff doesn't know what you're teasing him about?
No, but I can hardly wait to get back so we can tease him again, because we all miss that.
Totally. Well, that's part of the fun, right? You know, he's
Absolutely.
challenging you, bringing you forward. So you got to release some of that challenge by letting him have it a bit. So
yeah, for sure.
That's good. Anybody else? That's where we're at, I think. So then yourself, Marianne, do you want to?
I'd like to say something.
Oh, certainly.
I'm really pleased that Jeff is doing this and able to see our old friends. But I always tell him he's my therapist. This is so good for your brain and your physical body and just emotional. It's really great. I'm really enjoying it. Thanks, Jeff, and the rest of you.
That's wonderful. And, you know, it shows real leadership in the community across all age groups. And in these times, you know, we're all in better condition, older than anybody ever before. So that was my number one question, was about the leg exercise and the back exercise. Like I walk, and to beat my cramps, I have to eat bananas and potassium and stuff. But this is high tension, right? Not tension, but exertion on your feet, on your calves, on your thighs, on your hips. What is there anybody that can talk about, you know, what are you doing to stay, I know you're in condition, but to stay, you know, ready for the next session with Jeff? Like, is there anything special that you do?
I can
Go
talk.
ahead, Connie.
I take magnesium for the cramps that happen sometimes.
Okay.
And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I also do an online exercise class, which sort of helps. But actually, I prefer the dancing. I prefer it. It's doesn't hurt your back the way some exercises do. I
Right.
just love meeting. I mean, we didn't need to do this. Jeff didn't need to do this for us. We could just be sitting around home doing nothing because we were at the Lions Senior Center. But because Jeff agreed to take us on and do this, we get to have a weekly session that I tell you keeps us healthy, I think.
Well, yeah, I see it, I try to mimic a little bit of it. And like, I walk 10 kilometers a day, not like I'm not doing anything. And I try this tap stuff just for a few minutes, and it's almost like bowling. You know, you go bowling, you do too many games and it hurts you. That gives a significant, and what I also like about tap is it's playing music. And I got that from Jonathan. We did the interview with Jonathan Morin. He's tap. And you're dancing, but you're also playing music. It's so cool. Such a cool dance form, art form. Thank you, Connie. Anything you want to add, Marianne?
No, I think they've covered it. I just wish we could do this more often, and not just with the Crockettes, but with other adult classes. It's hard, right? What we found with a lot of our adults is they've been Zooming for so long that we're losing some of them. So I'll have to ask Jeff if he's got any tricks to keep them engaged, because yeah, some of our adult classes are not as well attended as we'd like them to be. But yeah,
Crockettes is good though. Like that's the
this is
long-standing group, and
yeah, it's a big class, so that's great.
it's exciting. It's exciting.
Yeah.
You guys did some. Jeff was saying you guys are gonna do some routines and stuff before I got here, so we can put it in the show. So this is it's very exciting. I'm delighted, to have dance leadership, all of you on TVU and on the Dance Fusion Show. So anything you want to say in parting, Jeff?
Well, I mean, they said that how much they enjoy it, but I also really enjoy this too. And it is a very cathartic thing, isn't it? To get together and to just move and dance and listen to music. And I think, I mean, it's definitely different doing it over Zoom, but I think we're finding ways to bring that in, bring that same kind of feeling into it by Zoom the best we can. And when we get to come back into the studio, it'll be great, but at least we haven't drifted, in the meantime, right? We're still connected, and we're still able to move and dance and keep our bodies and hopefully our minds healthy during all of this. Yeah, because it's crazy hard for lots of people. So it's nice to be able to have a little bit of an outlet and to be able to move. Yeah, for sure. Thanks so much for having us, James.
Oh, very impressive visual and audio coming from the studio there. And one thing that I wanted to say, that when I go into dance studios, there's a very special feeling, especially when the classes or sessions are on. And when I came into the Zoom, I got that same feeling. There's a very special feeling here, and it has that same elevated level that a dance studio has. So it's happening for you guys, because I feel it. So that's James Steinhubel on TVU, the Dance Fusion Show, with Marianne Kuebler, our artistic director, and Jeff Gatti and the Crockettes. Thanks, Crockettes.
5, 6, 7,
Well,
8.
you done me, and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks.